basically what I want to do is jump into the app. So let's get that open first and we'll have a look at the ECU tuning and I'll tell you what I want to do. Now if you've watched my other videos about the Full Stand Next app and the Full Stand Next ECU, you'll know that there's a few connection issues, so this might take a while to connect, which is a little bit annoying, but eventually you do get there and it's good enough. Sweet, so we're connected now. Now what I'm trying to do is get this set up for drag racing. Basically this thing has an anti-lag setting where you can set the RPM. So if we go into here, tune, and then we want to go to, I believe it's digital IO, yeah. So you've got launch control here, which I personally don't like that setting. I think they've just used an ambiguous term, English term, to kind of explain it, but this here is what I want to use. So we want to do anti-lag basically. So anti-lag, yes. We want to engage that. So we probably want to put this up to 5500 RPM for now. So what this is at 5500 RPM, this thing's going to basically pop and fart, as you would expect, with kind of an anti-lag setup. And but it will only do it at 40% throttle. So the second I go to 41% throttle or more, this completely cuts out. So basically what I want to figure out is what's the lowest revs that I get to between gear changes. Because when I'm at the drag strip, I want this to not engage between gear changes, because otherwise I'll do a gear change, and if it drops below 5500 RPM, or we drop below that 40% at 5500 RPM, because that would cancel the other one out. If you're following me, if you're not, I understand, it took me a while to figure it out. But yeah, basically we want to not engage the anti-lag while we're actually doing our drag run. So we'll go send to the ECU, which you've got to do with every single thing on this app. You have to figure out your setting and then send it. So when you're dyno tuning, it takes quite a long time to do, and you've got to be pretty patient. Now if we get to go into first neutral, yeah, sweet. So that's engaging an anti-lag there. What we might do is just give it a hoon and see what it actually does. Let's put the phone in my front basket. Get yourself to a point where you've got to put more than 40% load on the TPS, which I can change that, but then it kind of does the thing. What I am going to do is put my phone down so you can see what one of these launches is like. Ready to go. Change it into neutral. We push down to engage first, add our revs, and then go wide open and drop the clutch and see what happens. Okay, at 6500 RPM, 40% TPS. We didn't do a skid, we just jumped into the, I launched the front. But the clutch does seem to be engaging, which is positive. We'll give it another hoon. Oh yeah, might need some clutch adjustments, not too happy. But I think I'm kind of understanding what is happening here, hopefully. I'm thinking if I increase the RPM a little bit, it might be happy, it might not. Let's try to do a completely wide open launch, clutch drop basically, and launch it. So foot down to engage first gear, but it'll only engage first gear when I let go, if you know what I mean. At the moment, I can rev freely without moving. As soon as I let go, that'll be in first. So let's get straight. So that's going to be it. It doesn't matter whether I get the launch control, the anti-lag, sorry, to be sitting at a higher RPM. With this tyre and this setup at the moment, it's just gripping enough to just launch. I'll be fascinated to see the footage from here, which you will have already seen by now, because I just want to see exactly how this thing kind of looks. What does the chain look like? Is it going under way too much tension? Does the swing arm look like it's shifting? Have it got any issues? But yeah, that's what we'll see. We'll see. This is just a short video, just to kind of play with the anti-lag and see how it works. 50% TPS. We'll put it up to 7,500. I think this will be pushing our limits really, because I'm pretty sure we drop way below 7,500, and between each gear change I probably do drop below 50% TPS as well. So yeah, it will be certainly very interesting. And we'll just check the temp. We're about 105 at the moment, so we'll do like one more launch, and we'll go from there. Remember, that's just the temp from the oil sensor that's in the side of the barrel, or the jug as you Americans like to call it, and that is kind of just getting splashed with oil. So really you can trust that to be a little bit better at this point. Oil cooler only does so much when there's no airflow. We'll give that a hoon there. So 50%, 7,500. Let's see. Now TPS, if I haven't said it, is the throttle position sensor. So it's how much my throttle is engaged. I'll try to get the whole bike on this shot so you can see if I lift the front wheel or not. One more. It'll probably be our last launch. Now if you do drag racing on small bikes and you speak English, can you tell me if I'm doing anything wrong here? Is this not how I should be launching with the semi-auto? Because I'm happy to learn, but I just don't know at the moment. So give me a few tips if you can. I'm happy to listen, and I'll try them out and see what really happens. If you are enjoying this small bike content, please subscribe, comment below. I love hearing from you, what you think about the videos and what you'd like to see more of, and we'll find out its real limits at the drag strip, which, to be honest, I don't actually think that launch is that exciting. It felt cool. I mean, I did one skid at the start when the tyre wasn't that warm, but after the tyre's warmed up, it's gripping quite well. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Small Bike Stuff.